Madam Deputy President, Marinos family, especially Mama wa Marinos, Baganda wa Marinos bonna, Mikono gya Marinos, abakyala mwenna, aba NUP, abakyala abalwanirizi b'eddembe mwenna, n'abatali ba NUP, ba foot soldiers mwenna, bakulembeze bannange mwenna, basebo ne bannyabo. Kinkoze bubi nti mbadde nnyina okwogera olwaleero tengera nnyina okumanyimbako kyenyongera naye nga mazima matuufu, this is one of my hardest times. Ebyo ne biseera bisinga okunkalubiriza ng'olina okutunda mu maaso ga mama wa Marinos ne baganda be, ng'olina okutunuulira omulambo gwa mukwano gwo gwa comrade wo, olina okujja maaso g'abantu obawe essuubi bazeemu amaanyi, naye nga bw'abazaamu amaanyi naawe owulire okutuse naye nga tolina okuddamu. Mukama atusaasire abeere naffe. Ladies and gentlemen, we meet today to mourn for yet another sister, another comrade that has not died of natural causes, has not fallen sick naturally. No, Marinos was abducted and taken by the national military, the Uganda People's Defense Forces, the so-called Uganda People's Defense Forces. Was abducted, tortured, and raped in custody by the national military. I salute Marinos. She's no ordinary woman, because so many of our sisters, daughters have gone through the same ordeal. Many women have been raped, and Honorable Nabakabe Flavia has spoken about it. So many of our comrades have been abducted or even arrested but raped in either police custody or CMI, Chieftains of Military Intelligence in Buea. Some of them have spoken to us and they've requested us to keep the secret, because all of you women know how humiliating and how dehumanizing rape is. So many women have opted to swallow the pain and suffer with it all the days of their lives. Marinos said no. She knew the humiliation, the shame, the societal judgment that comes with it, but she stood firm and said what happened to her. I salute you, Marinos. When Honorable Flavia was speaking, she spoke only of the women, but ladies and gentlemen, you have seen and heard that so many young men also get arrested, abducted, and sodomized, raped in police and military custody here in Uganda today. So many young people get raped. I was in Canada with a young man that ran out of the country. His name is Kaliowa Alex. He was sodomized, raped. We have a brother here, and I salute him, Nyarwanda Bobby. This young man was also sodomized in custody. Ono naye bamurapinga, abasajja ababala baseego. And so many young men also get sodomized. They just don't say it. The few that speak out are the ones that are too confident to expose that. You all remember when young people dared to walk peacefully to Parliament to protest against the grand corruption led by Anita Among. Many of them were raped. Only 2 of them came out to speak that they were raped in the police. Those that have taken time to study the NRA group, the Museveni group, you know that they have used rape as a weapon. I want those of you that have the time and care to research, go on YouTube and look for a documentary called A Brilliant Genocide, where Museveni's men went to northern Uganda, to Acholi land, killed, tortured, maimed and raped both men and women. Go and watch that documentary. It's on YouTube for free. It's called A Brilliant Genocide. And Norbert Mao, Museveni's current minister, today was speaking and testifying that Museveni men went to northern Uganda, to Acholi land, and raped, sodomized men in order to break their spirits. That is Museveni for you. That is NRA for you. That is NRM for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another statistic, because so many people have been tortured, so many people have been killed. We are only gathered here today because Marinos was brave enough to speak about it, and because the world got to know about Marinos' fate. But so many people go through the same predicament. The UPDF and Uganda Police, which are supposed to be servants to Ugandans, are now the predators. It is even more painful to see that institutions of state, institutions that are supposed to guarantee the rights of people, especially the vulnerable ones, the women, are complicit in this crime. An institution like Uganda Human Rights Commission, led by a woman, Wangadia is a woman. But this woman celebrates the rape of fellow women. Shame on you, Wangadia. She even had the nerve to mock Marinos after that rape. The Parliament of Uganda, which is led by a woman. Shame on you, Anita Among. That is where we are as a country under Museveni. People are getting abducted, and you see people that are supposed to be most touched celebrating it. You also Museveni's Prime Minister celebrating and confirming the abduction of Chibalama Nabanja, a woman, a mother. As we are here today, Marinos has 2 children, but nobody knows where those children are. Not her mother, not we, her comrades. Marinos lived in pain, but with hope of a better country where she will live with full human dignity. But like we all see, Marinos is the clear exemplification of an ordinary citizen of Uganda. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to get justice, nobody to report to. But she dared to fight back. We salute you, Marinos. We salute you. We are here, we are being watched, everybody sees what's going on. The religious leaders are watching everything that is going on in this country. The so-called noble religious leaders, they are watching. They're seeing us getting raped, getting killed, getting tortured. But they praise the dictator like they're praising God. And some of them even have the nerve to come out and say, we who speak truth to power are provoking the military. You heard them recently. Museveni has a daughter who claims to be a religious leader, who claims to be a pastor. That is what they are presiding over. We have cultural leaders who are supposed to be the guardians of our culture, of our dignity. They are watching. We have civil society leaders. Be sure before, during and after elections, we always get many meetings with people, including a group of women who call themselves